Memory shapes us as a people, it teaches us, and ultimately it redeems us.
Irene Jaffa is the daughter of 2 Holocaust survivors. Her parents were part of a lucky few who found the courage to leave their homes behind in the hopes of escaping Nazi persecution.
My parents were very lucky because they survived. They made a decision to leave Poland on the day that stars had to be worn by all Jews in Lodz, Poland. They were not in a concentration camp.
By the end of the Holocaust, almost 67% of the entire Jewish population in Europe had perished. For those who survived, sharing their experiences with later generations was not common practice.
Anytime I meet someone who is like me, a child of survivors, when we start to speak, we all say the same thing. Our parents never spoke about what happened. It was something that was not allowed to be spoken about. It was the elephant in the room. And it was only later on, and I think that probably when Schindler's List came out, I think maybe that made survivors a little more comfortable with starting to speak about what happened to them personally in the Holocaust.
In 1993, 40 years after the Holocaust, Schindler's List was the first major film to present the tragedy of the Holocaust to a wide audience. As the number of survivors decreases each year, it becomes more and more important to pass down the knowledge and stories of their past.
Well, I think that what's really important to realize, we learn about the Jewish Holocaust not because it's a Jewish issue at all, because it's a human issue, and because we know today we have many Holocausts all over the world.
With the hopes of furthering the discussion about the Holocaust, as well as the theme of tolerance, the Cummer Museum in Jacksonville, Florida, invited an Israeli photographer to showcase her work.
Our upcoming exhibition is a collection of photographs by an Israeli photographer named Vardi Kahana. The exhibition is called One Family. She actually started with a photograph that she took of her mother and her mother's 2 sisters who were all Auschwitz survivors. And she lined them up with their arms around each other, showing their sequential tattoos from Auschwitz. She then took a photo of her father and her father's 2 brothers, who were also Holocaust survivors. And then from there, she documented all of their children, all of their children's children, and all of that next generation as well. And this entire process took her 14 years to document all the members of her family who really came from those first 3 women who were survivors. When you start to delve into the fact that this remarkable group of people would not be here if those 3 women had not survived, that really brings this to another level. So it's not just a Holocaust exhibition. It's about understanding all people with whom you're surrounded by. The more we're able to understand about ourselves and then about each other, the more it's going to help us to build bridges, to be more tolerant, to stop bullying, to be more accepting of other peoples and other countries and other religions and other problems. So for us here at the Cummer, it was really just a multifaceted way to approach the issues that are very important to us.
If we don't keep talking about it and teaching our children, it will just continue. There's a chance that if we learn about it enough and we remember, that maybe the world will start to change. I mean, that's my hope.
It's important to make sure that we never forget the past or those who came before us, and give credence to that which came after.